Welcome to the Parenting with Confidence podcast. I am your host, Teresa Alexander Inman, board certified behavior analyst and infant toddler developmental specialist. Today, I have with me my friend, Ulrika Bilby of Harmonious Family. Ulrika is going to talk about her book. She's an amazing woman, worked in corporate world and, has done all the things. But her heart is to work with children and to help families, as you can tell from Harmonious Family. And she's written an amazing book, which I'm going to ask her about today. I want her to share it with us because it's incredible. And you know what? I'm not going to keep going on. I am just going to ask you some questions about the book so you can share with our audience and they can come to their own conclusion about how amazing the book is.
Yay.
And how it can help them. Yes.
Thank you so much, Teresa, for having me. Such a pleasure to be here.
You are most welcome, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to be here. So your book, as we can see from your background, The Boy in the Sky. What was your inspiration to write that book?
Yeah, well, Teresa, I've been having this story in my head, in my mind for so many years. And it started with my son was young and he couldn't fall asleep. So I will always when he was lying down, I was scratching his back and I will tell him the story about the boy in the sky. And it was about how to follow your dreams and how to overcome challenging things. So I was just telling him that you cannot just listen to what everyone else is saying. You get to follow your own heart and your own dreams. And that was my inspiration. And I finally wrote it down many, many years later.
Awesome. And congratulations again on that book, because it's needed by families. Children need to hear that. Their dreams need to be validated. They need to be validated because so often, and I mean, for me growing up, it's like, well, why don't you be like this person? Why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? Instead of trying to live through your child, what I hear you saying is telling your child, do what you want to do. Like, what dreams do you have? Because nobody can tell you what your dreams are but you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so just, follow those dreams because they're given to you. It's like somebody said, and I'm just going to paraphrase it in a way, but it's like God gave your child that dream, allow them to live it out. Because if he wanted you to have that dream, then he would have given it to you.
Yes, no, I love that. And exactly. And I think that we can recognize ourselves as parents and as adults that we might have that little calling inside of us, yes, but we question ourselves or we think that that's not important. And we live our lives. We go to that work and that job that we might not like. And we actually are letting that flame inside of it die a little bit. Yeah. So I think it's so important that we actually help our children when they're young to actually listen to that little voice that they have, because the boy in the sky, this is the book, he has a voice. He has an inner voice that he listens to. And when he follows that inner voice, that's, his calling. And of course, we also have other voices. There could be the people around us that might say that that's impossible. Oh, no, you cannot do that. That's not working. And then we might, listen to them instead. And that's what this story is about, is to just actually, don't let anyone else, the voice says, don't let anyone else tell you what's possible or not possible. Don't let anyone talk you out of your own miracle.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and to just have that. And also, as I mentioned to you, Teresa, is that at the back of this book is actually a little workbook that we can help, the parent to talk to their child afterwards about the story. And what does that mean? What does it mean to the boy? And what does it mean to them? And what is their dream? And what actions could they take to actually achieve it?
That is honestly amazing because, sometimes we read something And we want to guide our children as to how to absorb that information. And we can't come up with anything. So thank you for that, for those, for that direction, because they may not even follow exactly what you say in there, but it may help direct them and guide them to having a conversation about that book. Which is beautiful. And maybe to also help children dissect it. So first of all, it's going to test their listening skills, right? Because they have to be listening to, to be able to answer that question. And then also, not only are they listening, but they can give feedback, they can communicate. So it helps also develop their communication skills. So I think that is a beautiful marriage of the two that you have in that book. It's like, okay, then it'll help them also articulate their dreams and, just be able to express themselves. So thank you for giving children a voice with your book. That is just beautiful.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's so awesome. And exactly like that. It's just like to give a framework. And also, a dream doesn't have to be so big. You can use the same framework for simple things. It could be like a dream. They would like to go to that football camp. That might be something, it can be in their world, something that they want to do. So it doesn't have to be like something huge, but it can just like really just help them to set up, goals and actions to reach it.
Wonderful, wonderful. And it actually makes me think of my son, who's he was an artist. He's, with Jesus right now, but he was an artist and that's all he wanted to do. And I was just like, listen, because he tried working for people and he's like, Mom, I can't do this. And I said, you know what? Do what you feel you want to do. Follow your heart, follow your dream. And that's what he did. And, he became very famous in Toronto for his art. And so your book actually speaks to my heart when I think of my son Andre.
Yeah. So
my
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, you did exactly that. You were encouraging him to do what his calling was. And I can see the paintings behind you. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
Also a gift to the world, that you can leave behind as well.
Exactly.
So I love that.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm trying to convince my younger son Lee to follow his dreams because he's an incredible photographer. But he just, I don't know. I think we're still working on the confidence.
You can read The Boy in the Sky.
He needs to read the book. Yes, he does. So I'm gonna have to read it to him. I mean, he's a little older, but like you said, it's for children of all ages. So thank you for that.
Yeah, well, it's a children at heart, I think, because with The Boy in the Sky, it's a story that can be an inspiration, and that's what I want it to be, to inspire you, to create that, to enlighten that spark inside of you, that magic. And we all can create magic, and let's create magic.
Exactly. And we're never too old to create magic. And just think about this. So if a parent learns to create magic, their child sees them creating magic, and their child will be a magic creator, because children become what they see, not what you tell them. They become what they see. They become their parents because they're observing their parents. So parents, be magic creators so your children can too, create magic.
Yes, I love that. Exactly. Let's be magic creators. I love it.
Yes, so awesome. And and like I said, I just, love the fact that you've added that workbook to the end, because we all need a guide.
Yeah, we all need a guide. Yes. And I just wanted to just say, I think it is something to be said for, to also have action stepped over things that can be challenging, because it's not always that, you think follow your dreams, it's so easy. It sounds so easy, and well, life is not that easy always. Well, yes, we will have obstacles and challenges in life, but we can still, work and overcome them. And so a follow-up book that I wanted to finish up on this, and just to tell you and your audience, that the follow-up book is about actually conquering your fears as well, because it could be challenges and we can have fears, but we can actually overcome them as well. And don't let circumstances define us, because sometimes that's what happens, and then we stop ourselves and we'll let the circumstances define us. And I want to just really let us just like conquer that and not let other things define us.
Yes, and that is so important. And I'm just going to speak to you and I right now. We had to overcome fears to be here.
Oh, yes.
You had to overcome a fear to write that book.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really key, because if we stay in our fear, we don't get anywhere. You know, we don't take that first step. And it's just about taking those small steps every day. We don't have to take a giant leap, just a small step every day to help overcome our fears. And again, we can't get anywhere without it. I heard, and I can't, okay, don't get, but there were two very famous musicians. And one of them said that, oh my goodness, like before he gets on stage, like he described the feeling, that he got, the butterflies in his stomach, this, that, and the other thing. And he described it as excitement. The other one described the same feeling, but described it as being scared and nervous and almost paralyzing. So one of them, it was the motivation, that, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. The other one's like, oh my goodness, somebody help me do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this, So, and, it's been said, I've heard it said many times that a nervous and excitement, your body feels them the same way. So if you tell your body, I'm excited, that could really help you move forward instead of I'm nervous and scared, and then you shrink back.
Exactly. Yes. That is so perfect. That is such a perfect. And I just wanted to say also, Teresa, the work that you're doing, it's an inspiration. And I'm just so grateful to be here today and to talk to you about this, because this is really my heart project. And this is just the beginning. So I'm so excited to see what the future holds with A Boy in the Sky, and also my following up books that's coming. So thank you for having me today.
Oh my goodness, it's been an absolute pleasure. Now, before you go, tell us do you have the title yet for the second book?
I do. It's called The Tiger Princess: How to Conquer Your Fears, and The Magic Mind: How to Rewire Your Thoughts is the third book that's coming up as well. And that will be around, with workbooks as well, just to really, because it all comes down to how we think. And we are what we think. So we get to think the right things to actually be able to do everything that we want to do in life.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I put that out there because you're going to come back and talk about those books once you get them.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's good. That's good. I love it.
Yeah, I just wanted to put you on the burner right now. Put you on the hot seat. Light a fire.
Yes. Well, that's good. That's excellent. I have to get them coming now.
That's right. So thank you, my friend. It's been wonderful as always. And I'll see you soon.
Yes, we will.
Okay. All right. Be